Hi, I'm Todd Jaderborg with Odins Wolf Survival. Today we're testing two products from Modern Spartan Systems. It's Posei Clean and Posei Slick. They're made for fishing reels. I've done one that I didn't get on video, and the reel was a lot rougher than this one. This one is pretty dirty. A friend of mine at work fishes, and he calls this one of his pond reels. Rides around in the back of a truck, gets drug around everywhere. You can see it's pretty nasty. Some of the controls are kind of rough, so we'll see if we can solve some of that. I'm not much into taking these apart, so we're gonna see how this goes. Shouldn't be too difficult. But I've used it, the other reel wouldn't hardly function, and it brought it up rather nicely to where he's using it again, so that's always a plus. This one works. Some of the controls are difficult and sticky, so it should make it a lot easier. Let's see, maybe I should take... This is a fairly new system that's out, and as I've said, I've used it before on things. One of their other products I'm using in my car, and it picked up the mileage a bit. I've got a Ford Crown Vic, and the power steering pumps on the Fords are either growly or they're not, or mine was really growly. I put an ounce of it in there and it stopped that. But so far their products have kind of been working for me. Let's see how far we can get this thing apart. Looks like this thing got stuck in a dust wind. It's pretty bad. Kind of surprised it hadn't gone swimming yet. We had another reel that had been pulled up off the bottom of a lake, but his brother had it and didn't get the word that we wanted to clean it up, and I guess it was just horribly bad, which would have been a good test. So it went in the trash before we could get it. He brought me 3 of his, and this is the first of the 3. The other 3 are open face. And this one isn't. Get my pliers. I really don't want to come up off of there. Oh well, it'll go swimming anyway. Alright, now I've just got a bucket of water to the side here that I'm washing off most of the dirt that had built up. Needless to say what I did here when I got this. How do you take it apart? Oh, it should be easy. Well, riding around in the back of a truck with grunge and crap like that, nothing's ever easy. But I've got to where I could get to the inside a little bit. The last time I didn't take it apart either. I just squirted some of this in and then let it sit for a bit. I'm kind of leery about taking this stupid thing apart. I used to have a bad habit as a kid of doing that and not always getting things back together again, which always impressed everybody. My favorite thing to take apart was old watches, and if you've never tried that, good luck getting that back together. I don't know how many of those I got. And I just kind of work it around. It's quieting up already. That annoys me that won't come off. Some of you that see this probably will know how to take these apart. I probably should have YouTubed it, but that don't always work. That system in there, to me, with dirt would be the worst bit of it. You get in there, it will get ground up, worked in. We'll set some of this in and just work it a little bit, and we'll let it sit. Clean up a few things. I usually try to keep parts separated because I found that many things look the same. My brother, he likes to take things apart and he dumps everything all in one bucket. Heavy equipment mechanic, which drives people nuts when they watch it, because a lot of people are like me, they keep things separate so it goes back together easier. He has an unnatural ability to be able to reach in the bucket and pull out the bolt that he's looking for to go back into it. Don't know how he's done it. He's always done it, which is kind of weird. I can remember him doing it even as a kid. And I don't know, something God gave him, I guess. Although it does help in what he does. He's damn good at it. Okay. That's the first bit. We've got it cleaned, washed off. There's a bit of crap floating around in the water. Hold everything together, shake it off a little. Let it sit a bit. Dry it off a little. Yeah, it's a nice day here in the grass desert. Might be a good time to take this out, give it a rip after I'm done. Okay. Now we take the lube. First place I know that I want to hit is down inside. We'll squirt a couple squirts in there. Then we'll blow it all through the mechanism. This doesn't appear to even bother fish from what I understand. Let some float down in there. The only problem with getting it on the surface of stuff like this, it'll dry. move, I'll wipe it off, but it'll get down in before I put it back together. Oh yeah, that's spinning a lot better already. Oh, there we go. Nothing like being a dumbass. Should have figured that was screw on. Oh well. Live and learn. I get careful about taking stuff apart because I can just shred stuff pretty easy. Still, just being uncooperative, I'm not pulling all that mess out of there. Seems to be doing what I need it to do. This will dry. Quite well to where the surface won't stay slick, won't stay wet. So it dries. It goes into the surface of metal. And that's it basically into the little grooves and pores of the metal, and that's where it does its action. It actually makes the surface smoother, so it reduces friction. Is how it works. It'll eventually wear off, but it takes it a bit, and it's easy to, these things probably should be cleaned and lubed on a regular basis anyway. Like that. That's kind of alright. That actually feels a lot smoother as I'm running it around. I hate these stupid bits, but they work. They're what was handy when I was grabbing. Sometimes tiny screws will give you a fits. That's just kind of the nature of it. That back in. Probably should have done all this mess before. I put the tensioner on. Again, this isn't my everyday sort of thing. I gotta be careful with brass. I tend to I'll cross thread it and strip it fairly readily. Which annoys some people to no end, especially me. Now we go through and tighten everything up a little bit. Probably, that's the other thing I gotta watch. I tend to over tighten. Okay, now we wipe it off a little. It's gotten a lot quieter. Things are working a lot better. That's a lot smoother. Cleaner, works better. It can save a reel that was going to get pitched. This was one, I believe, that was going to get thrown. The last one he's still using that I did. Okay, that is the two products from Modern Spartan Systems. They work quite well. I'm going to be doing 2 open face reels in later videos. I'm kind of happy with this. I like it. Thank you. This is Todd Jaderborg with Odins Wolf Survival. Have a good day.